here we go. Here's the tale of the tape of one of the final matches of the Doubi Pro Max Cup. Two of the absolute titans, the best, respectively, of each of their races, masters of their craft. Lynn versus Happy, full best of 7, everybody. Oh my dear Lord. I'm more hyped for this than I have been for a match in a long, long time. First map is Last Refuge. I got a lot of questions, and these guys got all the answers to any question you could possibly have in really all of the matchups for their respective races. Whew. All right. Here we go, guys. Lynn versus Happy. All right. In the bottom left of Last Refuge, starting us off here, is Mr. Lynn. In the upper right here is Happy. Now, let's just establish a couple of things. What has been most successful against Happy's new style? First, let's answer the question, what is Happy's new style? Of course, the Ghoul DK play. Lots of surrounds, very fast power creeping ability to level 3. Then you get your Lich out at tier 2. You pressure what is normally Headhunters with Coil Nova. Coil on level 2, Nova on level 1, and then you transition to a strong Frenzy Ghoul Mass Destroyer army. That's how Happy's been playing recently on most maps. Not all, but we can talk about that later on. What's been very successful against this is, honestly, we've seen from Fly, has not actually been the CORSAIR. It's been playing Blade Master. That is where Fly found success. Now, it wasn't success in the way of a victory, but it was in the way of a tied series. So Blade Master seemed to be good, but the CORSAIR, maybe Lynn has some answers to this style. A couple of answers, potentially, that I've seen, at least from casual ladder games from Lynn, where he has been successful on ladder against Happy. I saw him 2-0 Happy with actually a fast tech Mass Windrider play. But for now, it seems to be standard Headhunters. But we'll see. There's a lot of room to experiment, a lot of room to make adjustments. We're going to start off not entirely standard, at least standard on the side of Lynn, but for Happy, it's going to actually be Ted Fiends.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ted Fiends, hello. Hello, Cheshi. How you doing? Ted Fiends? Now, I will admit, I'm not an undead expert or anything, but Ted Fiends. All right. Not something Happy's been playing too commonly, but Last Refuge is a map where people tend to deviate from strategies. By that I mean, you know, sometimes we see not Keeper against Orc. We see Demon Hunter. Sometimes we see Fast Fiends from Undead, whereas it's not viable on any other map, so. Last hit's quite important, but Happy not giving up any today. But we'll give up some health on the Death Knight. Oh my god, has he used 3 coils already? Nerubian Tower is up. First Fiend on the way. And Lynn, of course, teching on 1 burrow, actually. Two Headhunters are here. And Happy, of course, would love to try to secure level 2. Level 3 might not be as easy as it otherwise would be with Mass Ghouls. But level 2 is essential to start that regen from the health lost from the initial harass of Lynn. As far as your Headhunter is standard against Undead nowadays, yes, it is. And Lynn can do this pretty much all day just because Ted Fiends is good for a couple of reasons. You can creep your first camp quite early, and you also get quite a fast tech because you have 3 ghouls on lumber right away, and you don't invest into that second Zergat, or at least you don't have to before your tech. But weak for this reason, in that you don't have a lot of units right away. Spiral, thank you for the raid, man. How'd your stream go?
A player's forces are under attack.
So we're seeing the weakness right now, but the strength is in the main base, which is the tech close to even with Lynn's, and Lynn, of course, teched on 1 burrow. Hi, Carson, you tired? Oh, yeah. We're going to make it through, though. Don't worry. And Happy playing very patiently. Lynn has got 3 skeleton kills so far. This Fiend, kind of in no man's land, but more of a bait than anything, really. Resummon on the wolves. Don't want to feed too many of those, and Lynn has done a good job of feeding none so far. But 3 Fiends means Happy has a lot of ability to creep right now. Immediate tier 2, and Skeleton going to try to pick up the Dark Ranger, but will be intercepted. Yeah, I can't help but think that Happy still wants that Dark Ranger. He hasn't built the Lich yet. TC, Bestiary, tier 3. Standard Farseer ahead on our play from Lynn, but just with a very, very fast tier 3. Oh, Ensnare. Creeps pole. This is a dead Fiend. Okay, no it isn't. Of course there's a coil. Wait, it still might be dead. The Creeps! How often do we see Happy struggling like this against Creeps? It's Creeps and a Farseer, but Lynn goes for the pole, gets a Fiend kill right away. And that's just with the Farseer. Just with the Farseer. Happy's down a Fiend. And of course, Storm Chieftain creeping at the same time. Replenishment Potion can extend this harass even further.
A player's forces are under attack.
And then when it gets level 2, then we'll probably go towards the shop, I would have to imagine. Happy. Getting close to level 3, but what did eventually go the Lich. And yeah, Lynn pulls the shop. Level 2, level 2. Has yet to get the Ogre Magi, but Happy seems to be going towards the mercenary camp, so Lynn most likely is going to get both shops here. Happy is probably expecting this and understands this. Everything is good here, honestly. Hard to say what the best thing is. Probably greater mana, which is what Lynn gets. He's going to need to get a potion of invulnerability from probably the shop, which is a small cost of 150 gold. Happy gets True Shot Aura. That is definitely, unequivocally, the best drop he could get from the mercenary camp as well. So, even items so far. At least even in the quality. And the second one, Scroll the Beast. That's good temporarily. No destroyers yet, of course. And if there are, or were, any, it would be hard countered already. No worries, no worries.
Forces are under attack.
Well, this is a Mr. Winner game. The winner of the whole tournament, of course, plays Mr. Winner in a best of 23. Everything lining up for Lynn. Battle Drums, Kodo out, Shadow Hunter, Control Regen for Happy, Destroyer form on the way. Trying to get close to Lich level 3, has his orb now. But Lynn gets both shops and a red camp. And gets Hood of Cunning. Alright for the Shadow Hunter, I suppose. Happy gets a Health Stone.
A player's forces are
And
under
we'll
attack.
go snag the other red now. But maybe Lynn is just going to beeline it there. But Happy, of course, investing mana and could invest the Town Portal into getting this. It's necessary to do this. Can't give up both reds. Cost plus 12, that's quite nice for probably a Dark Ranger later on even. Happy just investing all the manas. The Shadow Hunter is brave.
Players' forces are under attack.
Any other matches today? Yes. 1-2-0 versus Focus after this. There's Lich level 3. Plus 19. And Lynn just happy to continue creeping the map. More efficiently than Happy has, I'll say. And he's going to end up probably getting slightly more experience overall, but not a ton more.
A player's forces are under attack.
Actually, Happy could end up with more experience just because there was all the creeps left at the red camp. We get level 4 Death Knight. This is... Okay, no, he doesn't have Dark Range. I just missed it. She's right there. There she is. Yeah, he could end up with decent hero levels. Both players going to be like 4, 3, 2 for the first engagement. Or maybe for Lyn it will be 3, 4, 2. Blue Scope loss, not bad for the Shadowrunner. Not great though. He got Talisman of Evasion from his corner camp. Lyn, the creep. One of the last camps on his side. Honestly, at this stage, probably hoping for a Healthstone or an Ankh because he's already got the greater mana. You do need some serious survivability on your heroes in this matchup for both sides. The Healthstone, that's an excellent drop for Lyn. And both players choose to break upkeep right away. Just immediately going above upkeep. Despite not fighting, despite not really having to contest any camps, they've both just been happy to take their own camps, really. What a crazy game. They just creep the whole map. There's literally one creep camp left on the whole map, and now they're just gonna fight. Your first big fight coming in. Stomp actually lands huge. Hex on the Dark Ranger to ensure there's no silence. Super high level there from Lyn. Heal Wave misses, but a Destroyer falls as well as the Raider. The Nova level 2 finds a couple of Headhunters, but the Arc is extremely good for Lyn, and the Stomps are so good too. Kodo, one is eaten, the second one is still hungry. Ensnare, probably meant to go on the Destroyer, but goes on the Lich instead. Silence this time lands. Nuke on the Farseer, but Lyn traded not bad here, it feels like. If both Kodos ate, I would say he's in a good spot. Has one, so actually they're dead even in supply if you minus the Fiend in the Kodo right now. But Happy won something by winning that fight, or at least forcing the TP. He won one more camp. And that's the last one on the map. Crystal Ball, an awful item. Almost all awful items on this DK. And revealing there's no Tiny immediately. Lyn going for the Creep Jack. Could be a Forced Town Portal, but there's a lot of skeletons here. That's almost a disadvantage for Happy now that there's no creeps left on the map. You typically want to creep one camp before taking a fight just to have this mass of skeletons. But Happy's not going to be able to do that any longer in this game. Lyn posturing. Happy's broken upkeep. Lyn has not. Kodo devours, and then Lyn looks to go back in. Happy needs to be careful with his destroyers. If they're ever over top of something, or over top of water, trees, and then an ensnare lands on them, they will pop towards the Raider. That's something Lyn's going to be looking for, probably throughout this series. So if there's nowhere for them to fall to below, directly, they will jump to the Raider. And that's one way for Orc to get an opening, if the destroyers are mispositioned like that. What you can even do is summon a wolf and send it in. And yeah, it will feed experience, but you can put it under the Destro and then you try to get an ensnare. But Happy's positioning with his Destro is going to be much too good for that to be working, most likely. Peons being pulled. Just an absolute stalemate. What, are they just going to wait here all day? I'm surprised Happy hasn't gone for a Coil Nova on a Berserker. He might be getting hungry to do that now.
Players' forces are under attack. Is under siege.
Happy on some of the altar. So many reinforcements in the main base. Happy shouldn't fight here with that amount of units in his main base right now. Absolutely shouldn't. And yeah, he's just going to town portal. I mean, he could have technically waited there all day and it would have been kind of funny because they both would have just kept sitting there, but he wants to get something else done on the map. He didn't want to sit there above upkeep, not fighting. Super close game one so far. Lynn a little bit behind in supply right now, but you can just see the bank. He can easily catch up, but he does need to start producing, or else Happy is going to be hugely ahead in supply in the actual fight. Dark Ranger almost level 3, Farseer almost level 4. Both big upgrades for both players. 61 versus 70. Happy does have a supply advantage, and he has mana on his destroyers right now. But Lynn, again, look at the arc right away. Coil Nova doesn't actually find that kill. Heal Wave is there. Silence can be broken, and it will be. Immediate focus fire to the Deathlight. It doesn't have a town portal, guys. There's going to be another stomp. The Devour is there. No Death Pact. Happy never goes Death Pact. And Scroll the Beast. Devoured in the back, but the Headhunters that do have them, plus 16, and that shows Lich goes down. Oh my god, okay. That was a lot of damage on those Headhunters. And Lynn, just like that, 1-0. Goddamn. Easy work. The Lich just died. Lich just died. Oh. Don't do this to me, Netties. Come on, Netties. God damn it. One sec, guys. Netties is bugging. There we go. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Thank you for the sub. Go, 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 go. All right. We're in the game. All right, so 1-0 for Lynn. Interesting game, but pretty straight up, right? Nothing too crazy there. He did GG. He said GGG. Yeah, I can do predictions for map too, sure. No promises I'll do them the entire day, but if I feel like it and I remember, I'll do them. And right now, both of those things are true. Oh, shit. All right, map number 2 will be Tidehunters. Lynn with a not that hard of a victory, really. Like, that didn't seem too difficult, right? Pretty just, I mean, standard. Like, I don't think it was a bad game from either player. It was just really standard. They fought twice. Happy won the first one and won a creep camp for it. Lynn won the second one when there was no creeps left. Happy GG'd. Pretty straight up. Here's game number 2, Tidehunters. Upper left, here's Lynn. Bottom right, here's Happy. Will Happy go back to the ghouls, though? Thank you for the raid. Sorry you can get in the games. It's, yeah, I don't actually have a contact with the admin. It's just Neo just did it for me, and then they invited me, so I don't know how that works. Yeah, I think he's going back to ghouls now. Certainly. This is Ted Fiends again? This is Ted Fiends again. No, it's ghouls. It's ghouls. It's ghouls. It's ghouls. Nobody worry. Ah, that's too bad, Tigger. Ghoulios, the standard play for Happy. And Lynn, does he just have the perfect read? Yeah, he's fast-teching, which is what he's been doing against ghouls, because why build headhunters? Why build a lot of headhunters when they're just going to be countered by a quick level 3 Death Knight and mass ghouls? Yeah, there's the fast tech. So what Lynn has been doing when he's been fast teching, and I was really excited for this series because I wanted to see if he did this strat. He's been going 2 headhunters, so fast tech like he is right now, gets the War Meld in the barracks and goes 2 headhunters, and then at tier 2 he goes dual beast mass wind riders. Because ghouls can't attack up Omegalol, so. So. Oh, okay, just the app messaged me.
A player's forces are under attack.
Expansion creep for Happy right away, by the way. Lynn, oh my god, could have gotten that last hit, actually.
The town is under siege.
Doesn't get that second one either, but forcing a lot of defensive coils. The second one on this ghoul that's been slowed by the creeps. Happy. So far gets the whole camp. The replay packs? Yeah, all these replays should be uploaded. Nice last hit there by Lynn. Wait, he got 2 last hits then? 60 experience. Am I taking crazy juice? Or did he kill a ghoul? Maybe I missed a ghoul dying. Should read chat less. And yeah, that's why Happy went for the expansion right away, because then he can just fall back. Ah, 1 skelly. Okay, gotcha. You just fall back and creep this right away. Quite a nice route. That ghoul lives, but barely. Happy has 1 coil left. Two circlets. Very, very nice. Wolf doesn't get fed. Almost does. And now Blight and Aura will be nice for these ghouls to heal up. Happy has yet to lose any yet. Mantle. Really nice items for Happy. But he is doing the creep in to get them, so well deserved. DC on the way. And not mass Wind Riders that I can see. Unless he gets a second beast series soon. Probably not then. So just going to be standard with a fast tech. Happy 1 camp away. Will probably be this camp, honestly. So, I mean, he could just go and take this turtle, I think, for level 3, right? No, not quite. Not quite. 2 of them would be, though. If his tier 2 was done and he didn't have a hero queued up, this camp would be enough for level 3, though. Fun fact. Mango234, thank you for the sub. Oh, I missed a sub earlier, too. Who did I miss? Niftinger, thank you for the 2 months as well. PC comes out. Giga Chad immediately goes for the shot. Happy. Doesn't get that last hit. Lynn with unreal just knowing exactly when the coil would kill that turtle. Gets that one too.
A player's player's forces are under attack.
Now level 2 coils online. Now he can just kill these headhunters if he wants, but I'm gonna just take the creep instead. And Lich will soon be out. Lynn's done a good job of making sure Happy doesn't have at least full mana, but the items are doing a good job of making sure Happy at least always has a couple coils. If he didn't have these items, he would have no coils right now. First Wind Rider out, and that's pretty standard against ghouls. Because they can't attack up, but just one will it be. Ooh, my god. Okay, Lynn. Tier 2 expansion on 34 supply. How does this timing work out? Lich is just coming out now, but Happy is about a minute and a half off being full strength on Tier 3, which is long enough to get that expo up, but interesting. Oh, Happy's gonna have to TP here. Alright. Lich is still here, however. PC gets level 2. One headhunter has fallen. The second one at risk of dying. DK's coming back in, though, and that means defensive coils will be available. That speed scroll, though, saves that headhunter. So nicely done there from Lynn. Oh, there was he put a sentry down. That's what happened. Oh, because he knew there was a cloak. Incredible. Incredible. I didn't notice the sentry.
A player's forces are under attack.
And that TP, a big deal because, of course, this. "34 supply expansion. Is that the play against the mass ghouls? Even despite the DK pretty much as cleanly as you can getting level 3 for Happy. You're not going to get it much quicker than that against a player of Lynn's caliber. Oh, there's what I'm talking about with the ensnare last game. It had nowhere to fall to, so it falls forward towards the raider. And that's maybe not a free kill, but forced to coil. Heal scroll also forced. 2 Gargs will go down. That Wind Rider lives to tell the tale. Oh, big stomps. No more coils left for Happy. No more stomps left for Lynn. But the micro is just really solid for Lynn. Holy hell. Just really good. I think Lynn's securing the 2-0 here. Like, this is, the expansion's up. That fight was ridiculously good for Lynn. Happy goes back to creeping. What else is he supposed to do? This Lich, though, can carry him. There's really nice items. Stomp there. One mana stealing into the stomp. One ghoul falls. Thorn Chieftain. Quite low. TP's going to have to be passed eventually. Or just used. Yeah, it's probably safer. Raider falls at the end. Headhunter lives. Happy defends, but the expansion is more than safe with a tower and a burrow currently.
Forces are under attack.
Talisman of Invasion. Lynn goes into Grunts now. Grunts and Raiders. The standard army composition, obviously, with the Tier 2 expansion. Surprised that he's not going for Tier 3 as well. Now that the expansion is fully secured, he could go for Tier 3, but he just wants to play for the mass on Tier 2. Happy wants to play to break this expansion. And with ghouls it's possible. Ooh, the Tornkeeping got Pinner of Energy. Yeah, Happy could just kill all these peons and then... Does he have a TP? No TP for Happy. (43 against 47). Tower rebuilt for Lynn. Finds a skeleton, not the statue. There with the ensnare. Happy still with more than a fighting chance here, obviously, with the army and the heroes he has. 2 destroyers morphed. Really good for creeping, even if they're not being used with mana to fight. 56 versus 47. The supply gap is increasing in the favor of Lyn, of course. But it is just tier 2. It's no berserkers. There's no third hero. There's no poison for the Wind Riders. There's no upgrade for the Kodo. But there is going to be just a lot of units. Sometimes that's all it takes. And Happy doing a very similar play you see him do against Night Elf, right? When he cannot break the expansion, but he knows he could still win a fight on an open field, he'll just creep everything. But he's now stuck on the high ground. No town portal, remember. Is this good enough for Lyn? He kills a statue and just gets out. Happy has to kill these raiders in order to fight another day, but the stomp is huge. And Happy's just trapped. Again, another pop from the ensnare. Gonna kill this destroyer for free. A Bat Rider comes in to deal with the other destroyer. This is just 2-0 for Lyn. $34 versus 50. Happy's getting some kills with the heroes, but doesn't matter because the expansion's up. Does not matter because the expansion's up. Happy backs away with literally just heroes. But he does have the hero level advantage, and he is counter-expanding. Lyn, is he comfortable enough to go tier 3 yet? Doesn't seem like it. Heal scrolls could probably be nice. Even a potion of vulnerability would be nicer. But it's on cooldown for another 90 seconds. It seems like Happy bought it. Yes, he did. And Lyn just continue to be aggressive. Knows that Happy's only play is really to just try to power creep. Nero, thank you for the 35 months. Could have maybe dodged that stomp, but I think he's got enough tankiness on the DK to live. Raider pseudo-surrounded. DK doesn't want to use that potion of vulnerability. Really doesn't want to. Dark Ranger wishes she had it now. Coil arrives on time. She can barely sneak out. There's not another coil, though, and the Dark Ranger will fall. Kodo saved by a heal scroll. Stomp misses on the DK, but lands on the 2 Fiends, and that's enough to secure both kills. Raider goes down, but again, the expansion is still up for Lyn. Happy with 2 heroes and 2 statues. Happy really trying, though. The heroes can do a lot, and the expansion actually unscouted. Lyn probably doesn't think that Happy is anywhere near strong enough to go for an expansion. Like, what kind of madman would try to expand when you have no units for the last 10 minutes? But Happy knows it's the only way back in. Dark Ranger making her way back in soon, too. As long as Happy has a creep camp to bait Lyn towards, like this rock golem, he can stop him from scouting this expo. And if Happy has a couple minutes with this expansion, he's got a real shot, but he needs just that. He needs a couple of minutes. And then in the meantime, he's going to get up to TC5, Farseer 5, if he can help it. Greater mana, holy hell. Still no tier 3, doesn't even care. Giga Chad. Ranger's back. Happy back up to close to 50 supply. Kodo will go down. Ensnare. Doesn't find its mark there. Doesn't look like a terrible fight for Happy, right? Like, he's getting some kills. But the Raiders are simply too many currently for Happy to really back away. So he's going to lose everything here. The question is, how much can he trade? More Raiders go down. Second Destroyer falls. Mana Pot used. Fiends saved, but for how long? Stomp could save that Raider as well. Last unit again goes down for Happy. 33 supply and 3 heroes in a dream. Doubi Mask, by the way, quite nice. Coil saves the Lich for now. Greater Mana was used, by the way. Yeah, it was. Level 5 TC. Happy. Manages to keep Lyn away from 80 supply. Gets him down to 60 again. This expansion is working its magic, guys. I mean, Happy is not out of this yet. Unless that expansion gets scouted right now.
A player's forces
Mana Pot
are
again.
under attack.
Yeah, tier 3. Well pointed out, chat. Is on the way for Lyn. Oh, Lightning Shield doing a lot of damage. There is no Troll regen either yet for Lyn, interestingly. Guess the Lumber has not been the best. Happy still has that expansion. That's really the one mistake of Lyn this game, is not scaling that expansion. If he found it right away, Happy probably would have just GG'd. Fiend eaten, Fiend killed. Chain Lightning to deal with the skeletons. DK on its way to level 5 now. Farseer has to be careful not to be too far forward. A Coil Nova could almost be his end. Dark Ranger will live. Stomp finds all 3 heroes. Chain Lightning could maybe secure a kill. There's no coil in time. And that was level 3 Chain Lightning as well. And now Lyn trying to get the win. Goes for the Lich, but the invulnerability potion was passed over. Will be used. There's another coil. Lyn 59 versus 48. Happy's closing the gap. Yes, he lost his Dark Ranger again. Oh, Lyn tried to stomp just as the invulnerability potion ran out, but wasn't successful. Again, the Farseer would have died to a Coil Nova, so he has to run away. I mean, Happy's only down by 10 supply, guys. He's only down by 10 supply. Because of this expansion. And now he can really start to nuke these heroes if he wants. But for now, he can start with the Kodo, possibly. Or the Raiders. That's probably the best choice. And Web online for the Wind Riders. Oh my god, Happy is even in supply, guys. He's even in supply. DK level 5. Some of that supply is in the Kodos, yes. Oh, Farseer, gotta be careful. But now Berserker's online. Tier 3 is kicked in for Lyn. Is that enough? The supply advantage Happy for a second, but not for too long. There's no way Lyn doesn't realize this is an expansion, right? Nice stomp from Lyn. Gonna find 2 more kills. But 1 Kodo will go down. Well, Raiders come back in. Chain Lightning could find the kill, and will find the kill on the Lich. Oh, it was so close for Happy. He came so far. He's going to be forced into the town portal now. Oh, nope. Dark Ranger's back. He can Tavern Revive the Lich, but the Lumber is actually kind of rough right now for Happy. Oh, stomp. Happy's going to have to town portal. 47 versus 49. How much of that is in Kodos? Only 3 currently. Still, expansion unscouted for a lot of gold. Over 3 minutes now. Shadowhunter on the way. back from the tavern. Pushing on vulnerability. Purchased by Lynn, as it seemed. Yeah, Lynn snagged it. Has both right now. Why is lumber so bad? Okay, he's got 3 ghouls. He just had to probably move them over to the other side. And Happy's back on the aggressive now. There's still creeps left on the map. I'm surprised to see Lynn or Happy not going for those. Maybe a surprise Shadow Hunter could be enough. And of course, the TC, almost level 6. And here's the Shadow Hunter with Hex.
A player's forces are under
62
attack.
versus 60. Still anyone's game, but it really shouldn't be. Coil Nova on the TC. But any unit kill on this TC is going to be 6, and then all the nuking on the TC will be for no reason. Dodges the coil. There's level 6. And lots of mana invested into this cow. Not really for any good. Statue out of position, destroy out of position, stomp land's good enough. Forcing the revive. So maybe the nukes won't be for nothing. But TC will be back with full mana and full health, and that's a lot of mana. Yeah, he's just nuking the TC. A long time. Will Lynn have to wait for that ultimate to come back. Coil Nova, TC. Needs to be careful. 63 versus 55. The Nerubian's helping Happy. How close to Lich level 5? Not too far away. And then that nuke is absolutely insane. Yeah, TC does have 45 strength. Oh my god. That's crazy.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lynn with not the best of upgrades on his Berserkers, yep. Like, even one attack upgrade would be a ton of value at this supply. Ward for Lynn. About to expire, but gets the scout in anyway. Potion of Vulnerability. Stolen again by Lynn, as it seems. Yeah, he got the next Potion of Vulnerability again. Really been active with buying those, which is super nice and super important. Oh, did he lose the code of the creeps? Oh, no. Forge. Even supply, guys. The expansion uninterrupted for Happy. Of course, the ultimate's still on cooldown. This TC can actually die. Oh, now the CORSAIR are going to be forced to do a push of vulnerability. Heal wave online. The positioning not the greatest. The CORSAIR's dead. Next stomp is a big one. Supply advantage for Happy. This stomp is also going to be big. Oh my god, this TC. But the destroyers cannot be stomped. They can only be ensnared. Reinforced Kodo finally comes in. Level 3 in the Shadow Hunter. That's going to be nice to keep the TC alive. PK being focused on, but will be able to get away. 48 versus 55. Lich. Or rather, that was Dark Ranger level 4. CORSAIR, 90 seconds from being back. DK on his way to level 6. TC's ultimate close to being online, another 30 seconds. But GG will be called in 1-1. A tied series now. I can't believe Happy won that. That is absolutely ridiculous. All right. Nice. Well done to Happy. I mean, you say whatever you want. Like, what do you have to do to kill undead? Yeah, but he didn't scout the expansion when he had the game won. That's an unacceptable mistake at pretty much any level of play, really. Even at, like, grass leagues. Like, if your opponent gets an expansion and you don't scout it, you're like, oh, that's why I lost. Pretty basic mistake to not make, especially when you have wolves to scout. That's just something you do when you're that far ahead. But 1-1. Who exposes with 3 heroes and 0 units? Exactly. Okay, Autumn Leaves will be map number 3. Oh, yeah. Lynn is the worst best player? I think that's Fly, actually. I think that goes to Fly. Yeah, absolutely easy Warcraft. It's like just a mistake that shouldn't happen. That's literally the only thing you have to do when you analyze that game. Lynn had the game won, didn't scout an expansion, happy mined 5,000 gold off that expansion, and came back. Other than that, it was a great game from both players. And Happy had no units like 3 times to Lynn's 60 supply, right? Like, to come out not just losing all of your heroes in that sort of a situation is very difficult. Yeah, it was nice of Happy to like stick around and know that he had that win condition. Like, again, even if a wolf went to the expo when it like had just started mining, Happy probably would have just GG'd. Honestly. He had no tower there. That's how all in he was on that expo not being scouted. He didn't even build Nerubian until like way later. Yeah, Lin probably could have tier 3'd earlier. He also maybe could have got a Shredder, which would have been super helpful to get 3-0 attack upgrades, all that stuff. All right, we are starting into game number 3. What's good, Grinchy? How you doing, man? I was probably watching the replay right now. Actually, was happy that was not in the lobby right away. He did, yeah. Happy did a very good job of keeping him busy. Absolutely. He kept threatening to take big creep camps. He kept forcing fights. So, yeah, absolutely true. All right, game number 3, Autumn Leaves. In the bottom left, here's Lynn. Upper right with the interesting color choice. Here's Happy. I guess on War 3 Champions, oftentimes you don't get to pick your color, so Happy's having some fun with it. That's one thing that I do miss. Like, people don't really have, like, an identity with what color they choose anymore, whereas that used to be, like, a big thing. Obviously, on ladder, you could, like, choose, like, with War Champions, you could choose what color you see yourself as, but You know, like I used to play light blue. That was my color. But I couldn't do it when I played Duck, because he also played light blue. You know? Looks to be ghouls again. Yeah, I can do another prediction. Who will win Autumn Leaves? Happy? Or Lynn? So here's the ghouls, and for Lynn, it's a fast tech again. He's just got the reads, man. He just knows. He didn't play fast tech. Last refuge, what did Happy do there? Didn't play ghouls. Two times Happy plays ghouls. What do you know? Lynn fast teching. Seems to be what he enjoys doing. Versus this opener from Happy. But Happy did get a quick level 3 last game. He just, remember, he got forced to TP. Wasn't so great, that early game from Happy, despite the speed of creeping.
A player's forces are under attack.
Why is Burrow so exposed? He put his barracks here, and then he'll put his shop here, so the Burrow ends up not being exposed. Oh, whoopsies. Last hits, of course, hugely important for both players. If Lynn can get any sorts of last hits, it's a really big deal for him. Delays the level 3. Sometimes even delays the level 2. This cool. Happy would love to save this coil. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be possible without a lot of attention to this cool. Pretty much all of his APM is going to be spent on it. Happy Tex, well getting his Acolyte harassed. Giga Chad. Maybe it would have been better just to coil the ghoul after all. Happy gets that last hit as well. 1 kill away from level 2. Hello, Kitty. Kitty is now joining us for the broadcast. Wolf resummon denies the level 2, but his Frost Wolf is all Happy needs. He does get it. Every creep so far going to Happy and losing no ghouls. So not the most successful harass from Lynn. He has slowed him down, though, by probably 15-20 seconds. Maybe even more. Ooh, surround on that wolf. That one cannot be resummoned. Omeno. Headhunter. Here we go. But it's normally only a couple. Lynn has 3. Happy has Aura, so he can threaten the surround here. And I think he's got it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Gets that one, though. Nice find. And that's why the ghouls are so strong. That's why the power creeping is so strong. Oh, Lynn's going to find a return kill, though. 1 for 1. Does still favor Happy, though. Gets the second surround. Nicely done from Happy. Gets the experience for both, too. And Happy's going to get a 3rd headhunter. And this is the power of the ghouls we're seeing right here. 1 more smack, and that'll be just a good smack. 3 headhunters. Shadowhunter second for Lynn.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, circlet 4 said Shadowhunter, but you do kind of have to get something done. Shadowhunter is just kind of worse than the TC. if you're both just creeping. Similar to what happened on Last Refuge, if you remember, they both just trade camps on opposite sides of the map. If you have that sort of a game, Shadowhunter is not good. But if you have a very aggressive game, like we saw last, maybe Shadowhunter is better. And just trying to creep. Seems like Happy's in a fantastic position this game. Gonna even get another headhunter probably. I don't think you can really stop this DK from just chasing down these headhunters all day, especially when the Lich joins. Which, where is the Lich? Okay, there's the Lich. Gonna bring a health pot, can bring a mana potion as well. Nice Hex to secure that creep. Get slippers.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here is the Lich now. Coil Nova on the Farseer. Wait, is this Farseer just dead? No, Hex is here. And he will be forced into a potion, though. Alright, Headhunter instead. But this is more like it. This is what this build is supposed to look like. Just getting a lot of kills with 2 heroes and ghouls.
A player's forces are under attack.
Not allowing the Orc to creep. A surround from Lyn. Could force the TP. And we'll do just that. Another header almost falling, but will be saved. So what is that? 4 in total. And only 1 ghoul dying for Happy.
A player's forces are under attack.
I'm out of tea. And then gonna do what he wanted to originally, probably with the Shadowhunter pick, and that's get both middle camps. They are different on Netties. Much easier on Netties. So he's going to be able to snag both those because the health still is 1. Morgoth, 88, thank you for 24 months. Very up to Vitality. Not actually the worst. These sorts of games. Rune Bracers would be the nuts here. Sobi Mass, not bad at all. Opportunity for Happy to stack his Lich even further. Back at home, just Destroyers and probably more Ghouls. Ring, bling, bling. Lyn goes towards his consumable, but Happy is already here. And of course, if Lyn gets caught out of position, Coil Nova, and it's over, as we used to say. Then with the supply advantage, though. Somehow. Doesn't look like he has it, but I guess a lot of it's in production. No, actually. Even supply right now, essentially. Dark Ranger with the silence available, but the TC is only level 1, not even that necessary to keep under control for Happy. Silence is there, first Berserker falls. Coil used aggressively. A couple of ghouls are being traded, but Happy seems to be kind of owning this fight so far. Levels just aren't really there for Lyn. But he's finding quite a few kills. 43 versus 37. Happy backs away, having traded favorably, but not perfectly. Still some camps on both sides of the map. Consumables. This expansion is available to reds. So lots of creeping to be had. Hard to say what that favors. Probably Lin just wants the space at this moment. If Lin can manage to get up to 3-3-3, then all of a sudden his heroes that look terrible right now are going to look incredible. Consumables as well for Lin. And they're both probably eventually going to go for red camps. Again, not the quickest of attack upgrades for Lin. He's getting the first one now, but I feel like he could already easily be at least 2-0. TC gets Khagars and level 3. Now Lin is 3-3-3 with really good items and happy. Although he's creeping similar camps, he gave Lin a lot of space to get back in this game, it seemed like. Pennant of Energy, by the way, from the expansion. Happy if he got Khagars as well, it would be probably even better than Lin having it. Some Baldrums, that's quite good too. +2 on the Fiends. Right, 55 versus 49. Looking more and more like Last Refuge, but with a worse early game for Lin. They're just both creeping the entire map pretty much. There's a Sludge Flinger camp still available, and the remnants of both expansions, it seems like, and that's it. Oh, and this green camp left. Really not much at all. Lin tries to do some harass, but it's always unfortunate when you go for these little run-by plays, and your opponent is just in his base already, ready to defend it. That's going to cost Lin 2 headhunters. And 1 acolyte died, it seems like, for Happy during the harass. Obviously doesn't care too much about that, really.
Players' forces are under attack.
57 versus 49. Lin is banking currently. Is he trying to buy a tiny? The mad lad. He might be. He could do it. Sells a bunch of items. 1,000 gold in the bank. He could break upkeep and buy a tiny as he does right now. Got 600 gold left. But did he break too late? Happy's cleaning up the rest of the map. There's only the green left right now. We're getting ready to push. We could very well be seeing the last fight of at least this game right now. Cloak of Shadows? Or is that a push of invisibility? It is Cloak of Shadows, and uses it perfectly to get that money stomp. Holy hell. And the Coda comes out at the perfect time as well. Double Devour could be on the field. Destroyer ensnared out of position. That's a free kill for Lin. Oh my god, that stomp was so money there. Such a nice beginning to the fight. And now Lin looks like he's winning this game just based off that start of the fight, but not out of the woods yet, of course. Being nuked down, being silenced down. Stomp lands on only the Death Knight. Maybe that's going to be the opening for Lin to go for some hero focus, but Happy gets out of dodge right away. One Fiend stomped, but coiled. 2-1, by the way, upgrades for the Headhunters, and it is 1-0 for the Fiends. The TC goes down with the Potion of Vulnerability. No, he already used it, but yeah, TC level 3, almost level 4 goes down. Lin's still with a strong fighting army, but that's the carry gone to Coil Nova. And now Happy's just going to kite all day with these 3 heroes. Dark Ranger does a ton of damage. One Destroyer a little bit out of position, getting purged by the orb on the Farseer. And Chain Lightning finds a Fiend, so a couple of kills there for Lin. 47 versus 48 supply is still even. But remember, the cow is dead. I repeat, the cow is dead. 44 versus 50. Happy starting to trade really favorably. Coil Nova on a Raider goes down. Neither Kodo has a Fiend currently. Coil defensively on the Destroyer that was purged. This Kodo misses the Devour. Seems to be happy taking game number 3. Not a real chance here for Lynn to win this fight. TC soon to be back, but another 30 seconds, and that's going to be more than enough time for Happy to close this out, I imagine. Coil forces a greater heal. Chain Lightning finds another Fiend. Nova. Heal potions on cooldown, and the Shadowrunner goes down level 5 of the Death Knight. Chain Lightning finds another Fiend kill. Lynn's doing absolutely everything he can, just like Happy did last game, but there's no hidden expansion this time around. Oh, DK could be forced into a town portal. There is a Chain Lightning as well. Frost Armor's there. Cloak of Shadows used again. And Chi will be called. 2-1 for Happy. 2-1 for Happy. But again, another solid game from both players. Nothing crazy really happening, right? They're just both playing pretty solid. Both playing to their timings quite well. There's Happy 2-1. My cat is officially chilling. If ever I'm going to fall asleep on stream, it's going to be today, everybody. Okay, so prepare your clips. But the games are great. Games are great. Just make a few bats. Yeah. Just get Torrens and Bloodlust. Come on. Wait, Exlord got timed out. Oh, I'll unban you, Exlord. I'll allow that as well. But do you get timed out for that? All right, what is map number 4? We'll find out very soon. And it will be Amazonia. All right, well, not a standard map, of course, but when it was played, it was typically undead favored. Why undead favored? Just because super small, very hard to creep up your secondary hero. In the past, when it was Blade Master mostly, Orc relied really heavily on having level 3 Shadowhunter before the timing of undead hit on tier 3, and you can be pressured quite easily off a lot of creep camps on Amazonia. But in this new meta with ghouls, with CORSAIR, we'll see who it favors. I'd still say it's going to be good for undead because it's even easier to creep level 3 than pretty much any other map in the standard pool currently for ghouls. So we'll see. Here is Amazonia, map number 4. Upper right here is Mr. Happy, bottom left Mr. Lin. Will he again go for the fast tech, or is he going to go for something more like a grunt opener? Let's see, barracks? Yes, so he can obviously lightning shield creep to get the immediate level 2. God, I'm good at this. Thank you to Svezji for the prime. Or will this be a Blade Master? It could be a Blade Master. That's actually a possibility. Remember, I mentioned Fly at the beginning of the series was successful exclusively with Blade Master against Happy in their last series. This is Blade? Blade, okay. Very cool, very cool. Of course, can still do the lightning shield creep. And for Happy, it will be ghouls still. Now, the best way to play with Blade against the school style, in my opinion, could be wrong, is to power creep level 3, delay your tier 3 tech just a little bit, getting a Wind Rider off your Bestiary, a Coda off your Bestiary, and a Raider, and then going tier 3 afterwards. So you have fighting capability, and you have also the ability to have map control, map presence, and power creep your Shadowhunter to level 3 without getting completely killed, annihilated by the level 3 Death Knight and the Lich. In my opinion, that's the best way to play Blade against ghouls. We'll see what Lynn's opinion is, what his view is, what works for him. Acolyte going to disturb the lightning shield, going to force Lynn just to straight up do it. Just do it, as Shia LaBeouf once said. And you know what? I trust Mr. LaBeouf. Peon doing the same thing as the Acolyte. And does get denied to the creeps. And Happy just not going to creep it, apparently. Oh, is he still getting lightning shield? Nope, gets purged. Pure chaos for both players. No prediction. Next game. I forgot. Where are my mods at? Someone do some predictions for me. Okay, Lynn got a ring. Is going for the slipper at the Berserker if possible.
Players' forces are under attack.
One thing Lynn's probably going to look for, Happy as well, honestly, is these corner mercenary camps. Both very, very creepable for either player. Once Lynn has 2 grunts, or even 1, it can pick up a Berserker. And Happy, really, at any point with this amount of ghouls, could go for that. So that's something to think about for both the Creepjack and just for fast level 3. Lynn got a Gauntlet, buys a Circlet. Really not the items he needs here for Happy. What he needs is pretty much just levels. And he's getting them. Oh, he's got to be careful of the ensnare, but he is at a range right now. Gauntlets for Happy as well. And Lynn, level 1 Blade? I just don't think this is going to work, I'm afraid. But he's going to get level 2 off that Trapper. Forced into another Windwalk, though. But Happy... these Cobalts away from level 3. And the Blade down to a single Windwalk, which is where Happy wants that Blade to be. So essentially, he could just creep this camp right in the face of the Blade, and Lynn can't do much about it. But the Bash is always a threat. So Happy going to look to do something a little bit more defensive in terms of creep camps.
A player's forces are under attack.
What's going on here? Okay, that's a skeleton. Coil used defensively. Happy gets those 2 trappers. Solid 96 experience there, and just a green camp away from his level 3 that he wanted, and Lynn really not successful at all in stopping this creeping. Even that trapper steal didn't stop the level 3, I don't think. Oh no, it did, actually. So he slowed it down a little bit, but not hugely with this harass. And now I do fear for this Shadowhunter's ability to creep. Now that DK's level 3 and the Lich is going to soon follow.
Players' forces are under attack.
Happy just follows the Blade to the mercenary camp. Gets level 3 perfectly on time, and now Lynn is kind of giving him this Renegade Wizard. Lynn just going to commit for it and try to get the item, but Happy's definitely going to get the experience. Does get the item. Speed scrolls away. Probably still loses a grunt here, though, right? Oh, little fumbly-bumbly Butterfingers there from Happy, but is going to still land the coil. And yeah, that's a dead grunt, right? Certainly. Certainly a dead grunt. There it is. Lich on its way out. Shadowhunter has not yet started to creep. And yeah, immediate tier 3 tech from Lynn. Just Lynn doing a couple of things, I hate to say it, that I just don't necessarily agree with, actually. But we'll see how it works out. Then gonna try to go for one of these middle Cobalt camps, but Happy is lurking in the shadows. And let's not forget, the Lich is soon going to be out as well. Oh, can force a TP here, and does immediately. Ghouls go on the trees to stick around. We'll keep an eye on the experience. Happy just got that, right? Or no, Lynn got it. Okay. And 200 HP exactly on that grunt. He could have killed the grunt, but oh, maybe the natural regen would have saved that grunt, actually, so. Why TP? Better to TP with 300 health than 50. And then immediately, as soon as he forces Happy away, goes for the corner, but Happy just knows. The Shadow Hunter is dead. Oh, he doesn't kill the Shadow. He could have killed the Shadow, I'm pretty sure there. But instead he takes a Berserker and takes a Grunt, and why not? Oh, or he takes the Blade. Hex on the Lich. Grunt gonna go down. I'm so used to the exclamation point now, I can never tell if denies happened. I'm cursed. WC3 Champions has ruined me.
Players' forces are under attack.
Bone Chimes from the corner, so double aura from both Renegade Wizards. But is it enough when you have no units left over? I'm not entirely sure.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, if Lynn does play Blade more in this series, I just hope he does a couple of things differently. I mean, it is an unfortunate map, I would say. Again, the aggressive style of the DK, it's just so easy to find where Lynn is when you're a player of Happy's caliber. You just always know where he is, because there's only a couple of options. And he's always got skeletons aggressively on the map. Lynn finds camps here and there, but still, a barely level 2 Shadow Hunter. Thank you, Grumpy Fanboy, for the 9 months. Appreciate that. Item on the ground, item on the ground. That's a game-winning item right there, guys. You gotta pick it up. Raider goes down. Blade surrounded. TC here just to see his friend die, maybe. But there's no dust currently. 35 versus 40. Doesn't tell the whole story of this game. Two Kodos and a dream. I am a fan of Kodos, but it's gonna be tough. Dark Ranger gonna be picked up now. Happy gonna go back and hope for his greater mana.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lynn has the space now to get Shadowhunter 3, but does he even have the creeps available? I mean, he can solo creep this green, he can creep the remnants of the expansion. He could do it, it's just gonna take a while and not necessarily be the most efficient. Lich gonna get level 3. Happy gets his own 1 mana ceiling. Ooh, red camp? Alright, that's efficient, but the Kodo just finished devouring, so Happy knows. So again, I say ambitious. And now Happy could just creep this, but maybe he just wants to fight. Why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Did I just hear a Zeppelin? Oh no, I heard a burrow.
Players' forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter still level 2. And will be for a long, long time. This is kind of why I mentioned earlier delaying the tier 3 to get an earlier Windrider, Kodo, and Raider. Maybe just Windrider and Kodo even, or just Windrider and Raider. off your bestiary, as opposed to just teching before even building the bestiary, so that you have the map control, you have the units to actually be able to creep the shadow level 3. Easier, if not, you know, it might still be difficult, but by definition, it's easier because you have more units.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy just cleaning up the rest of the map. We're going to be left with only the 2 red camps. Lin with a decent army. If only he had Shadow 3, this would be a winnable fight. But without Shadow 3, and with a Shadow that's now close to dead, I'm just afraid it's going to be difficult. But a fighting chance, nevertheless. 2 destroyers in the back. Kodo's eating. One gets a Fiend, one gets a Ghoul, and they're both still quite healthy. But the Shadow, of course, goes down to the next round of Coil Novas. Destroyer falls, TC level 2, Ensnare on the next Destroyer. It's like a good fight for Lid, all things considered. Blade has crit every single attack in this fight. And that might just be enough, but the Kodo that had the Fiend falls. Or the Kodo that had the Ghoul fell, actually. Dude, this Blade is kind of going ham sandwich right now, I'm not going to lie. But Happy's still very much ahead in this fight. That statue is being eyed. Is there another round of Coil Nova? There is. The Blade! Careful to silence Coil Nova! Okay, there's no Nova, so he's fine. But the Raider will meet its end. Kodo sacrifices the creeps. But I mean, Lin got that statue. Not going to allow Happy just to recover immediately and then re-push, so that's actually quite a nice kill. And Lin still kind of in this game. I mean, there's always got to be a caveat here because Lin has been extremely far behind for a long time in this game, but he's... I mean, we all saw Tidehunters earlier, right? Hero levels for Happy are quite strong, though. Almost 5-4-3. 2-1. And Lin's going to be able to get the red camp. Both, in fact, are, but it's obviously much more valuable for Lin to be able to get TC3 and Shadow 3 and Blade 4, possibly. Is he going to get all of those off this? No, he won't. Might not even get TC3, actually. But a couple more units, and he'll do just that.
Are under attack.
Oh, by the way, I didn't even check the item. It was Battle Drums that just got sold for Lin. And for Happy, it was nothing yet. This Grand Golem just was going for a walk for a little while. Helm of Valor. Terrible items for both. But Lin just happy to get the experience. Happy. Close to level 5 TK now, though. So that Shadow Hunter, you thought he died quick before, but the Spirit Link might be a solution to that. And the map has crept out. Now Lin is going to chill in his base, and Happy is the one pressured to fight because he has broken upkeep. Banshees also. Better late than never for the Banshees. It's crazy Lin is just getting a Torn Totem as soon as the first Banshees are coming out. Like, did he scout this? I don't think he scouted the temple. There's no reveal. His blade was with the army the whole time. Kind of just a... I mean, I guess he's 50 supply. Kind of makes sense, but pretty sick timing on that. Got them as soon as he needed them. And remember, Happy's the one pressured to fight, so he's going to march across the map. Lin could almost preemptively rebuild a shop in the back because that's going to be the first target. Nice peon scout. Lin's always really good with those. But the blade's going cross map to scout for an expansion, but just runs back before even scouting it. Shop goes down. Can be built right here. The burrows are going to be really nice for Lin to defend here, but Happy will probably never fight in range before he kills every other building first. 56 versus 60, but 5 of that's being produced currently. This barracks, pretty important. It's the main army right now of Lynn. The reinforcements come in, though, and he goes in for the fight. Silence Coil Nova on the TC, almost level 3. Gets level 3, but he's just going to die on level 3 now instead. Walker horribly out of position, gets nuked before even Spirit Linking anything. A couple of ghouls fall. Even supply still. Shop now being rebuilt. Push and vulnerability was used for Lynn. Speed scroll in, curse on a lot of things, and of course no Walker to dispel that, but the blade at least is curse free currently. Surprisingly so, actually. Okay, now he's cursed. Nice stomp there from the TC. Nice coil there, Devour on the Kodo. Lynn is making it work, oh my god. The comebacks from these players. But Death Knight's so close to level 5. He's one experience away from level 5. And that's when these heroes can really start to melt for Lynn. That's probably what Happy's thinking is, I don't care how many units I lose, bro. Eventually you're going to lose your heroes. TC might be the first on the list. Still 1 experience off. 2 Banshees fall. Anything. This Raider doesn't die. Heal wave. 1 experience off. Mana pot. Shop in the back is up. Curse working its magic. Lynn could just disengage, though. He's traded so favorably. Curse is worn off on the blade in the back, and there's only 1... Okay, 2 Banshees left. Crit! Curse reapplied. Very important for Curse to be reapplied there. Still 1 experience off. The trades from Lynn, the micro from Lynn. Absolutely ridiculous. There it is. The Raider goes down. 1 coil left on level 3 in the tank for Happy. Blade needs to be careful. 51 supply versus 59. Barracks gets repaired. Mana potion. Potion of vulnerability has to be available in the shop right now. Yeah, it is. If Lynn wanted to make the trek to do that. 4 statues, no Banshees. I think Lynn's just winning this game. If he keeps his heroes alive, Lynn has won this game. I'm going to say that. Potion of vulnerability forced. Happy's just eyeing that blade, eyeing that TC, eyeing for the silence on the Shadowhunter into the nuke, but Lynn's going to do just the same. The Hex into the Lich Kill. GGG. Just really good micro. Just really good micro. Never overcommitting. Like, Lynn was obviously forced to fight longer than he otherwise would want to. But even though he was kind of forced into a corner, he was constantly just slightly backing up, healing up, waiting for the heal wave cooldown to be off before re-engaging. Just beautiful control there from Lynn at the end. Blade always in the back, killing the Banshees. Backing off, waiting for Curse to wear off. Just super sick from Lynn. Oh my god. Makes it work. Both players now with a massive comeback and a tied series. Both with a crazy comeback, but that time, there was no expansion. Yeah, Lynn, if Happy did expand behind that push, Lynn wouldn't have scouted it because his blade turned around before finding that expo, or before checking the expo. Jesus. But I don't think Lynn won that game based off solid, let's say, creep routes and early game and understanding there. He kind of just won it based off insane control later on. He definitely lost that game strategically. Chaos Front, thanks for the €5. Thank you so much for getting up early and casting these awesome players. Go Lynn. No worries. No worries. The sun will soon be rising, everybody. Both the ores were lucky too. Yeah, absolutely. Excellent items, right? Excellent items. I mean, the blade was very tanky, which was essential towards the end. Northern Isles will be the next map. Blade looking pretty convincing. I mean, just shows the strength of it later on. If you can make it through that wacky mid game when you can't get your shadow level 3 because the DK is pressuring you. If you can make it through that and get to the 60 supply where you have 3/3 heroes at bare minimum, you could definitely make it work. All right, Northern Isles, everybody. And here we go. Here's Lynn, the bottom left, upper right. Here's Happy. Ghoul build again for Happy. For Lynn, will he? He'll probably go back to CORSAIR on this map, right? Probably. Oh no, barracks. All right. Looking like a Blade Master. I mean, it could always be a Farseer Grunt opener. That's the thing, but I doubt he's going to do that if he plays Farseer. Let's see it. Let's see it, Lynn. Yes, I am the caster that had long hair. Yes, that was me. That was me. There's the Blade. Blade has no hair, by the way. He's a bald boy. Kind of looks like OC a little bit, actually. Just a Giga Chad version of OC. Incredible. Love it. Was that a 19 supply shop? Yeah, so I guess he's just going to grab the item and go aggressive again. So Lynn does prefer to try to harass the creeping of Happy as opposed to just creeping level 3 himself. Which could be the correct way to do it. Which time zone am I in? Pacific. So right now it's 5:34 a.m. He's just going to snag the item. Maybe stop by the marketplace, try to get double claws right off the bat, and then go and, I suppose, creepjack Happy at either the Expo or the Tuskar, but Happy is going immediately for the expansion. This is just super sick. Does he do this every time with ghouls? I feel like not, right? Oh, Lynn actually takes the whole camp, despite the earlier shot. Okay. He does that without a peon, so that doesn't really make much sense, but that's alright. Maybe he changed his mind. Crystal Ball for Happy. Does he use it? Or is he just going to sell it?
A player's forces are under attack.
He used it somewhere. Used it to check the whole green camp was gone, which pretty much telegraphs that the Blade's going to go for a second camp, the Murlocs, because you're going to get level 2 if you put all the effort into taking that whole green camp. So at this point, Lynn, yeah, might as well creep level 3 all the way. He's going to go to his own expansion. Okay, cool. I prefer this from Lynn. Just straight up creeping level 3. I much prefer this as opposed to harassing, like he did last game.
A player's
No speed scroll. Lynn does that pretty often. He'll buy a speed scroll on his Shadow Hunter, but he will not buy it on his Blade early on. I see that often when he plays against Night Elf. It's probably more necessary against Undead, obviously, in the early game, but he has been doing that more and more, skipping the speed scroll. 10 of energy on the Blade. Don't think Happy knows that as a Blade Master, right? I think he probably does because this whole green camp was gone. And if it was Farseer, he would be getting insta-harassed. So, he knows it's Blade. There's no way. There's no way he doesn't, in fact. Okay, so both pretty much level 3, but Lynn didn't creep his second Murloc. Second Circlet purchase. That's a lot of mana on that Blade. If that Blade gets level 2 Windwalk, look out Slaughterhouse. That's all I'm going to say.
player's forces are under
And
attack.
Lin looks like he will get level 3. Ghouls go back. Shadowhunter on the way out. So very, very common play when you power creep level 3 in this matchup with your Blade Master. The timing tends to line up with when you hit level 3, their tier 2 finishes, so you can actually go in with your level 3 blade while you're creeping with your shadow, and you can cancel their slaughterhouse. It's very, very common. So maybe we'll see that from Lin. Bestiary, straight tier 3 tech again. Not delaying the tier 3, but gonna hope to just creep with the couple of grunts he has in the Shadowhunter. But level 3 Death Knight gonna steal the Ogre Magi. Quite nice for Happy to do. Could be a greater mana. And yep, Slaughterhouse cancel. Here it is. Really, really nice from Happy, or from Lin. From Happy, I mean, not really a mistake, I guess. He's just trying to build a Slaughterhouse, the poor guy. $500 mana on the blade. And that's going to translate to, of course, mana on the Shadowhunter later on, too. And look at this from Lin, just tracking the Death Knight, so he knows the Shadowhunter is completely safe. Love it. For Happy, his Lich is coming out, ghouls are being pulled. This is looking like a very good game so far from Lin. If you can make it to tier 3 having lost no units against this power creep DK style, I think you're in a pretty good spot. And the blade sees
A
the
player's forces are
Lich.
under attack.
Of course, the downside of power creep and blade level 3 is your Shadowhunter has less options for creeping, but much safer during the creeping because of the tracking of the blade. Happy taking a couple of extra camps, waiting, of course, for his own tier 3 to be done. Blade continues to prowl. Is Happy going to go in and try to snipe some of these middle items, I wonder? With Coil Nova, very much possible. Does he have dust? Yes, he does. Does hit the blade with that dust. Coil Nova realizes there is no salves or anything on the blade, so one more round of that and the blade would almost be dead. But the Shadowhunter comes in on level 2. Now, this is generally a mistake, but given how strange the meta is right now, is it still a mistake in this matchup to pressure on level 2 Shadowhunter? Seems to not be as Happy backs away. No statues yet. We see just the strength of that cancel, and the first statue actually trapped. A huge deal for Happy. TC on the way. Is that statue out? Yes, it is. Oh, Overseer will go to Lin and still be masked. The Shadowhunter is going to be out of control on level 3. Nova to get that one null for Happy. And now he's got 2 statues here. Has the orb here. Can get the Dark Ranger in another 100 gold. Berserker upgrade going to be online. Kodo is the second one on the way. Orb. Almost affordable on that TC. I think that's what Lin's waiting for. Yeah, there it is. I'm looking for this last hit. In this position, can you not attack move and you'll automatically target the blade, or is that not a thing? Will you just still attack the creeps? I'm not sure. But heal wards for Happy. He's not going to be thrilled with that. Can sell it. There is claws if he wants at the marketplace, and he does buy just that, and gloves, I think that was. Gets a ring from the lab. He gets a parry to vitality from his lab. That is a nice looking Lich. Looks like red camps are going to be next on the list for both players. TC hits 2, Shadowhunter going to hit 3, almost. I guess that was a claw drop there for Lynn. Alright, this is where the big boys could drop. Khadgar's is the best for both players. Helm of Valor is not bad for Lynn. For Happy. He does get Helm of Valor. Alright. Better for Lynn, of course, than it is for Happy, but Happy use it on the Dark Ranger. Sure, why not? There's the early Tauren Totem for Lynn. Banshee is not yet in sight for Happy. He just breaks upkeep, as so often he does. And that TC a ways away from level 3. Is it possible? I forget if this expansion is entirely crept or not. Some of it was crept. Yeah, it was entirely crept, right? By the blade earlier. Gloves of Haste. Blade. Is he going to buy a sapper or something? No, he's looking for reinforcements right now. Very smart. Actually could find a statue. And he finds a fiend, but doesn't have dust. Which there is burrow. Ah, there was like one creep there, which got the Dark Ranger 3. And Lynn, again, just sitting in his base. Saying, okay, the map's crept out. What are you going to do? Are you going to expand or are you going to push into me? Didn't work last game. And Happy, because he likes breaking upkeep so much, is kind of forced into a position where he has to take this fight. But he's looking very, very strong. Hasn't lost a lot of ghouls, if any, actually.
A player's forces are under attack.
I don't think he's lost any ghouls. Still got 8. 59 supply versus 59. First walker on the way. Shadowhunter. It's always a shame when you have a Shadowhunter with this much mana, you misposition it and then you lose it to Silence Coil Nova right away. So for Lynn's sake, I hope that doesn't happen, but a mistake's a mistake. Supply advantage currently for Lynn. And Happy now realizes the map entirely crept out. What is this, the 4th game in a row where the map is entirely crept out for these guys? No, 3rd. Tidehunters was not. Caster Cursing. Well, mark my words then. Potion of Vulnerability. Second one for Happy. None for... Okay, one for Lynn. The most important, which is the TC. But Lynn is so far away from TC level 3, which is a big disadvantage because there is silence level 2. I think it's crept out. The whole map is crept out. Right? So many stalematey positions in this series just shows the level of play from both players. Never want to take a bad fight, a misposition fight. Of course, a lot of choke points on Northern Isles make that even more difficult, but Lynn feels comfortable to move out. Supply is still dead even. Illusions in the front, 1 ghoul right away, but traded for 1 raid are definitely not worth it. Happy starts the fight off favored. Grunt goes down, 4 destroyers in the air. Silence lands, could be dispelled. There's a walker with Adept, but saving the mana for now as it seems. And Happy is just up 12 supply. Alright. But the Kodo has eaten. Only one of them, in fact, has. 5th destroyer in the air. And Happy is just snowballing over this, but maybe some destroyers could tilt this in Lynn's favor. There's level 3 TC. Grunt falls. 2 destroyers have fallen. The crits are out of control right now. Fiend is saved, but for how long? Is there dust, by the way? Don't think so. TC gets surrounded? Okay. But popped out by that blade who's had endless mana the entire game. Shadowhunter can say the same for him. At the end of the day, 39 versus 53, but... Oh, where's the Coda that ate, by the way? Did it run somewhere, or it must have died? Oh, here it is. Poor feller. Fiend. This blade is chopping away. Holy God. plus 29 when in range of that Kodo. Shadowhunter still with 3 heal waves. Blade immediately looks for reinforcements. Really nice. But Happy is staying below upkeep. Happy bought some items there. Maybe he's looking for like a greater mana so he could keep fighting. Not sure. And Lynn's still in a fine position, but Happy looked like he was just steamrolling that fight, but then Lynn kind of turned it around. Just that, the Blade turned it around in the end. Acolyte, Sacrificial Pit seems to be expansion time for Happy. Or maybe just a Shade, Carson, because he's building the Sac Pit as well. Just a Shade. An Acolyte does turn into a Shade. That's how Sacrificial Pits work. Dust is now available. Walker nuked. The Walkers have not been long for this world in this series. But neither have Destroyers. Odo eats a skeleton. Poor feller is going to go down. That means the Blade isn't going to be as strong as he once was. Oh, Hero Focus, push and vulnerability used immediately. Happy knows that Lich is so close to being 2-shot. Dude, this Blade is going ham banana sandwich. Try it out, ham and banana. 36 versus 49. Happy still with the advantage here. Running low on mana, and definitely needs to keep that Lich safe. We know now Lynn is eyeing for that that Stomp Hero Focus. Ham banana, yeah. You guys ever try that? Think about it. Put a little mayo on that sucker. Push and vulnerability stolen. Huge, huge purchase. Not because Happy doesn't have his own. He's got 2 of his own, but because Lynn desperately needs one. Walker. Maybe this one will live a little while longer. Banshee's on the way. No, but a Shade is here. Where is the Shade? Can never find these suckers. Come on. Where are you at? Well, you know what? I didn't want to find you anyway. There it is. Were both charges of the dust used? They seem to have been. Because oftentimes, if the Shade is just following around a unit, when the fight happens, you'll dust for a Fiend and then, ooh, a Shade, and kill it immediately. 61 versus 47, as so often it has been in this game. The advantage is in Happy's hands. Gold mines, 28, 29, 30.
A player's forces are
yes,
under attack.
That's the number that comes after 29, everybody. Shade following the Blade Master. Shadowhunter, always with so much mana. Didn't quite see if there's anything of value in the marketplace. 18 seconds for the next potion of invulnerability. Would be more valuable for Lynn to have. This game is tense. Master for the Spirit Walker is coming online because Lynn just doesn't seem to want to break upkeep. Ideally, he would wait the next 4 minutes before breaking upkeep. And here comes Happy with a 17 supply advantage. But these burrows are actually kind of magnificent. Super well positioned. The Torn Totem will go down before Master is done. A little bit unfortunate. But Lynn forced to break upkeep. Did he wait too long? Are these burrows really good enough to make up for the 16 supply disadvantage? I don't know. I do not know about that one. Shop gonna go down. Rebuilt probably here. There it is. Lynn waiting for the next round of units, if possible. Devour on the link. Lord Chieftain gets silenced, but pushing on vulnerability, and that is a huge stomp. Destroyer already dead. 2 of, I think, 3 raiders have fallen, but this blade is absolutely out of control, and the stomps are ridiculous too. Happy seems to not be having the best time in this fight. Silence on the Shadowrunner is going to be very, very careful not to get nuked there. The Kodos, 1 has eaten. That's the 3rd destroyer going down. Level 4 in the Tauren Chieftain. Blade on his way to level 5. Happy running out of units and running out of coils, and that ensnare is sick and in range of the burrows. And the supply is now in favor of Lynn. This blade is ridiculous. Shadowhunter, though, nuked out of nowhere! And that's what I've been talking about for the last 2 games. Silence, Coil Nova on the Shadowhunter is always something you have to look out for, and Happy finds it. Level 5 with the blade, but no way to heal him up now. 37 versus 32. Shadow could be Tavern revived in about 30 seconds. There's no coil, but Town Portal pass. Blade! Will he live? Fiend Shot does live. And that Shadowhunter, man. He probably died with so much mana. Potion of Vulnerability being eyed. Oh my god, this... Imagine. Imagine. Okay, he's gonna coil. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that Shadowhunter, man. Keep him in the back. I mean, he kind of was in the back, too. Like, he was even off-screen when he died, but, it's always a hard day to be an Orc player when that happens. It does happen. It does happen. I've been up 30 supply and had that happen and lost the game before. It's a mistake you try to not let happen. Drops all the circlets and everything to heal up a little bit more efficiently. You love to see it. And Happy again on the aggressive, but this time with a supply disadvantage. Kodo not giving vision, by the way.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Happy trying to deny the Shadowhunter. 35 seconds. And yeah, Lynn's going to be able to no problem buy enough time for this, but can he live with this Blade Master? Oh, going in for the Lich, just like the Shadowhunter is for Orc. The Lich is for Undead in a way. Potion of Vulnerability wears off. Splits the hero so he can't stomp both. Very important there for Happy. If he gets stomped on both these heroes, the Lich will die. Shadowhunter is out again. But with not that much mana. Luckily for him, he's got that Sobi Mask. Happy has almost 3 coils. Dude, what a game. The coal mines, by the way, are out, in case anyone was wondering. Map crept out, gold mines out, 44 versus 53 supply. Both players are around 200 gold. That's enough for a potion of vulnerability for both. What a game. Happy's expanding with his remaining gold. Actually, he unsummoned some stuff. Maybe sold an item? I don't know. I don't know where he got all that gold from. He's got a lot of gold, though. Potion of vulnerability and heal scroll purchase for Happy.
Players' forces are under
definitely unsummoned that altar, though. Speed scroll in. Silence, Coil Nova, Shadowhunter. 1 coil away from dying, but lives. Focus fire on the Dark Ranger. Lynn gonna speed scroll away, but in leaving, he's definitely gonna lose at least a Raider. Happy seems to be pulling ahead. He has statues left over. He can be more efficient here. Lynn just simply cannot do that. That's why he needs the gold income. And that's why he needs to find a hero kill. And the timer now starts for Lynn to make a move. Gonna be long distance mining, which actually is great because, like, you think all these return, that's one potion of vulnerability pretty much right away. So long distance mining is very valuable for Lynn. But this is gonna be very valuable for Happy soon. We sold dependent. I guess he's never really gonna have max mana anyway at this point, because he can't afford mana potions or clarities. Happy's going to be mining in 3, 2. These are very slow seconds. 1. Mining. Now Lynn's got to do something. Even supply. Dead even. But not for long. Second potion of vulnerability. 18 seconds. Objection. Hearsay. Absolutely. Ooh. Lynn might be catching Happy a little bit off guard. No, doesn't see where he is. Happy chain morphing destroyers with the gold he's getting from the expansion. Shadowhunter, by the way, close to level 5 with a few kills. God. Both players have been so patient, but Lynn can no longer be patient. He's got to go. Again, the stomp is huge. Again, Silence Coil Nova on the Shadowhunter, but doesn't obviously find the kill. Dakotas are hungry. Gonna settle for skeletons. They'll settle for anything this late into the game. The Nova lands on pretty much everything. Stomp. Shadowhunter gonna come in for the Hex, but has to settle for the heal wave because the Potion of Vulnerability is used on the Lich. And Lynn down to just scraps of an army. Again going for the hero. He knows he needs this kill. The stomp lands. Can he find the Lich? One more crit. No, the coil is there. The frost armor is there. Lich still not out of the woods yet, but the Blade Master's running out of health. And Lynn has ran out of options. The Lich falls, but the Blade Master falls, and GG is called. 27 minutes. Ridiculously good game on Northern Isles from both players. But Happy takes it in the end. Oh my god, these guys are playing out of their minds right now. Super sick. Unreal. 3-2. Holy hell. 2-hour-long series already. And we could have 2 more maps. Jesus Weezes. What a game. My god. 4,000 viewers. What's up, guys? How you doing? Holy hell. Yeah, you know, I'll be honest with you. Around Autumn Leaves, I was starting to fade a bit. I was getting a little bit tired, but these last 2 games have been ridiculous. This series is crazy, dude. Think back to Tidehunters. Think back to Amazonia. These comebacks. Ridiculous. This series has been unreal. But Happy could take it. Happy could take it. Thank you, Benny. Echo Isles. Ooh, and very interesting dynamic here going into Echo Isles. Of course, against Farseer Headhunters, Happy has been playing Lich Expo. But now with Blade on the table, working very well for Lynn. Very well, he could have won 2 games in a row with it. And he's already won one of those. Does he still go for Lich Expo? And because Lynn maybe has this in his mind as well, does he just go for Farseer saying, okay, I think he's going to play DK because he's not going to Lich Expo against my Blade? And then also there's the question, is Lich Expo good against Blade? I don't think it is. And then there's another question of, hey, he might play Blade, I'll Criplord Expo instead. There's so many mind games that can go into Echo Isles here. It's insane. And EI is a good Blade map. It's just not good 2-base, 2-base. Because you can't get a Shredder. Pretty simply, you can't get a Shredder. We're starting up, everybody. And after this, you know what we have? Focus versus 1-2-0, which is going to be the same matchup, but stylistically, it's so much different. Focus exclusively plays Farseer Headhunters almost, and 1-2-0 is just a complete madman when it comes to every matchup. He'll be playing Lich, he'll be playing Cryptlord, all sorts of different stuff, I'm sure. And he's been playing incredibly this tournament. The only undefeated player in this tournament. Exactly, Smoke, yeah. All right, here we go to Echo Isles. So many questions I had about this map, and they'll all be answered in about a minute and a half, so be interesting. Be interesting indeed. Here we go. Map number 6. Lynn in the upper left, Happy upper right. Ghoul opener, but this can mean anything, obviously. It can mean any starting hero. Probably not Dreadlord, but you get the point. For Lynn, will we have a barracks? Or will we have a war mill? Ooh, he's playing Blade. If Happy goes Cryptlord, I'm going to turn off the stream. I'm going to do it. I'm going to unplug my computer if he goes Cryptlord. I can't handle it. I'm going to throw it out the window. My computer's going out the window if he builds a Cryptlord. I'm getting very nervous. You won't. If it's Lich, I think this is good for Blade. I'm not... Okay, it is Lich. Obviously, this is what Happy does, assuming Farseer Headhunters. But the question becomes now, is Lich Expo good against Blade as well? It might be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It might be. It might be. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Oh, never mind. Farseer. Okay. Grunt opener with Farseer. Okay, we're good. No stream off. No stream off. So as expected, honestly, just with a grunt opener, which is something other players have not done against this as far as I remember. Could still be a 2 barracks, but probably won't be. Thank you, also Metzger, for the 41 months as Golden back to Warcraft Micro. Thank you very much. Happy goes for the Expo right away. And Lynn is playing like he's up against a human fast Expo. He's got the grunt. He's going to creep level 2. He's teching. And then he's going to go across. He's essentially giving Happy maybe not the gold mine, but at least the Nerubian and the creep camp. Free of harass. This is just not really a strategy I'm very familiar with from either perspective, really. The Lich Fast Expo against Orc is kind of new to me. I'm used to being Lich Tower Rushed. So, a lot of questions that I need answered in this game. Lynn seems to be just trying to power creep to level 3, though. Thank you, X-Lord. Maybe what Lynn's trying to do is power creep level 3 Farseer and then go for an all-in at tier 2. That seems like it could work. Pick up something like a Fire Lord. Get reinforced. Go towards the main. Like, that could be something Lynn's thinking of. That could be the only reason why he would power creep level 3. He could also power creep level 3, get a standard second hero, go straight tier 3, and then try to just play the map control game and counter Expo with a Tiny at tier 3, while trying to steal away creep camps from Happy like he is right now, trying to take away these neutral camps on the map. So there's a couple of options, I feel like, for Lynn. We'll see what he goes for. He doesn't tend to be an all-in player, though. So I think it would be the latter, but for now, Happy has certainly secured this expansion.
A player's forces are under attack.
And creeping 2 camps at the same time. Shout out to Fav. Skeleton. Skeleton. We've seen it before. We've seen it before. Okay, the grunt gets it. Kills the item.
Is under siege.
And goes into the main base. Happy very close to level 3 with the Staff of Teleportation. And that Acolyte could mean level 3. Actually, 2. He needs 2 Acolytes, and he'll get both. No mana to resummon. We'll just teleport back. Expansion up, but tier 2 is done. Now,
A player's forces are under attack.
what is Lin going to do? Is he all-inning, or is he going to try to play a counter expo? TC, okay. So I can only imagine he's going to go tier 3 and try to tiny counter expo. God, he's investing into a lot of things. I don't know what he's doing. Raider Walker. All right. I mean, I guess you can all in with a TC, right? Just later with Raider Walker.
A player's forces are under
The
attack.
tech is so delayed for Happy. This is ridiculous. It's so delayed. We're 6 minutes into the game. He's going for a second crypt.
A town
Bat
is under
Tauren. I love it. Bat Tauren. All in push. Love it. Fast Volcano. Yeah, the Kiwi Cocky style. Wolves summoned over top. And here comes the TC. Staff off cooldown in 14 seconds.
siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And there's the tech for Happy. Does he have a second Necropolis, though? Because you gotta fear for his Acolytes with the amount of pressure that Lin's been putting on him. There's level 3 on the Lich. First Raider, first Walker on the way out, and now there's no way to replace these Acolytes either, so
A player's
yeah,
forces
Happy
are under
needs
attack.
another Necropolis, for sure. Because he's about to lose at least some Acolytes, I'd have to guess.
The town is under siege.
PC creeping away in the meantime. No tier 3. Okay, now the peon goes down. This is going to be a long time. He's not going to have an expansion up until 10 minutes in this game. A little bit after 10 minutes. By then, Happy's going to be well on his way to tier 3.
Under attack.
He's going to have mined 4,000 gold off his expansion. I'm a little bit afraid for Lin, but he's going to have the hero levels, I suppose. Potion of Vulnerability heal scroll available, and the heal scroll at least purchased by Lin. Of course, Lin does have the stronger army right now. Spirit Link is ridiculously strong before there's a way to deal with it. Lin's Staff of Teleportation off cooldown. Making really good use of that item. Doesn't have enough mana for a set of Wolves and a Chain Lightning, though, which if you have a Chain Lightning and Wolves, you can guarantee an Acolyte kill. But with just Wolves against Happy, not gonna happen, and this expansion is going to get cancelled. So scratch that 10-minute expansion and let's say 12. TC could get a big stomp here, though. How much will Happy lose for this? Doesn't seem like anything. I don't think he should fight, though, right? In the meantime, one Acolyte's fallen, a second one will as well. Well, that's super sick. Did he just abolish the Spirit Link with the priest that he bought so he could kill the raider? Really nicely done there from Happy. Ooh, Spirit Walker. Will be nuked down. Sacrifices a ghoul, nukes the walker. Again, really nice little detailed play there from Happy for those couple of kills that he got. And seemed like 3 acolytes died to the Farseer harass, but now the Farseer forced to staff back home. Level 4 in the Lich. Oh my god, the Lich is killing everything. The Lich is... What is that? Nova. Alright. Ambitious. Using all that mana.
Player's forces are
and Happy, of course. As I said, the 10-minute mark is reached. Well on his way to tier 3. DK on the way. Double Slaughterhouse out. And Lynn didn't go for the tier 3 tiny counter expansion, which of course is uncancelable. That is the upside of it, despite it being maybe a little bit slower overall. And didn't go for the all-in, despite maybe having the opportunity to, with that nice harass in the early mid-game. And now he's kind of in a position where he's got to do serious damage, or Happy's just going to be 70 supply in the next 2 minutes. Happy town portaling back. Shockwave, okay. That is a good way to break towers. Now the DK's here, perfectly on time. Alright. All the Acolytes die and both towers, and Lynn has yet to lose a unit, at least in this push. Level 4 TC. This is... I said he needed to do some damage, and this is some damage. Heal scroll very efficient. Coil just on time. Sick push by Lynn. He's expanding behind this too, by the way. And Happy not really mining on this expo. My god, Lynn. Making it work. Definitely making it work. This game didn't look pretty, but the expansion is looking broken from Happy. Supply is even. Jesus. Happy finding kills. Push and vulnerability is available. But DK is surrounded. Uses the potion, but he's going to hold the door. There is a Nova. Yeah, he wants to save the walker. He can still just kill this anyway, probably, with an ensnare. Oh, nice block with the ghouls at the top. But the aura is too much. Raider goes down to the Nova, but the level 4 now on the Farseer. With that Death Knight kill. And the wolves are going to continue. Yeah, Happy just unsummons. Oh my god. Alright, so Happy has a tech advantage, but Lynn's now going to have the economic edge and the hero level advantage. And the creeps are few and far between at this stage. The Lich can get level 5, but the DK is going to be level 1 for close to the rest of the game. Really, he's 1.4. Lynn could take away this Murloc camp, and then we pretty much only have the corners. Jesus, Lynn. I can't believe he just made that work for him. Shockwave pretty good, as it turns out. And I would say Shockwave those statues. Oh my god, the Chainwave gets a Fiend. You love to see it, don't you? Chainwave is classic. And we love to see it because we won a Game 7. Happy with 2 slaughterhouses that he can't even afford one of right now. Statue cut out of position. Destroyer is really good against this army. I said he needed a solution to the Spirit Link earlier, and he does have that now. Level 5 in the Lich is a solution to everything in the entire game. Oh my god, the micro. But, gotta be careful, this might be a town portal. A lot of ghouls falling. 3rd unit microed out, sacrifices the Fiend for more mana, kills the Raider, but Happy's losing close to everything. Shockwave kills 2 ghouls and the Fiend. 39 versus 23 supply. Expansion is up. And Happy's just Novaing over and over again. But TP passed, and Farseer staffs away. Lin's trying to see if the aura is enough to get away. But he might eventually have to TP. But all-time bot for Lin is good, of course, because the expansion is running. And he's just going to TP away. Says, whatever. Don't want you to chase me all the way to my main and then have no way to heal up, of course. Makes sense, but now Happy has the control to get possibly a potion of vulnerability, but just has no gold right now. He unsummoned one of the slaughterhouses and the other crypt. Ooh, nice dodge in the ensnare, but now has no statue. I cannot believe Lin is going to win this game. But Happy's done more than this with just heroes in this series already. So if the DK can get level 3, which he's got some creeps to do that, and you know the Lich stays just where he is,
forces are under attack.
It could be enough for Happy. Could be all he needs. Ooh, needs a solo creep this DK though, don't you think? Don't you think? Oh, don't you know? Love some haste for that Lich. TC and Farseer on the way to level 5. TC might get it. Yeah, is going to get level 5 here. And then probably retrain time. As much as I love Shockwave level 3, I think Stomp is going to become necessary once the armies grow again for Happy. And 54 versus 40. DK. 5 experience off. We've seen that before, haven't we? There's the retrain, by the way. Happy, gonna do what he does best, gonna kite. Has the Dark Ranger, and it's gonna get level 3 on the DK. All of a sudden, a scary army for Happy with a couple of big upgrades achieved. 44 versus 58, but a tier 3 advantage and 3 heroes against 2. But this is level 3 Stomp. Walker, the first target, as so often from Happy. 4 destroyers up in the air, Wind Rider being focused down. Doesn't have the best armor type against the magic damage. Death Knight being focused, though. Heal Scroll, and that's just a Dead Knight, I guess. Oh, alright. Farseer, though, does fall as well. Tried to pass the Knight up at the last second. That doesn't work. Lich is killing everything with Nova, but no coil, no win, because the Lich would just be focused and died. We're getting close to level 6 Lich, guys. DK Tavern rebomp, but no mana for him. No reinforce for the burrows either.
A town is under forces are under attack.
55 versus 42. Yeah, bats could be strong here, absolutely. I would love to see a couple bats. The issue with bats, though, is level 3 Nova, you kind of just kill them right out of the air. And Happy's proven that before, that he's able to do that no problem. $75 seconds for the Farseer. Heal Scroll picked up for Happy. And Happy not re-expanding. Main bases 3,000, 2,600.
Forces are under attack.
Happy gonna back away. Would love to go back and creep this corner if he has the ability to. He's got the destroyers, so it'll be really, really fast, but Lin has been very aggressive. The supply, though, not that favored for Lin, because again, I mentioned the tech advantage for Happy. Bats are on the way. 2 per destroyer is what Lin needs. No armor upgrades for Happy. Now Happy will find the time to get that corner. Hard to say sort of where he wants the experience to go. I guess could be solo on the Dark Ranger. Level 3, never a bad thing. He will do just that. Destroyer's very good at creeping. And again, we've seen this so many times in this series. Lynn just waiting, pre-positioning, waiting for Happy to push. Because if Happy decided to expand right now, Lynn would probably just go up to 80 supply and all in the expansion and win with that. So he knows. He knows Happy's coming towards him. CORSAIR almost level 5. Level 3 Chain Lightning has been really strong in the past. Happy going the super secret path on Echo Isles to the expansion, and Lynn clears that Happy has none, so he knows now that Happy's probably pushing. But he's pretty out of position, Lynn. Gonna lose all the peons here, and that's all Happy really needs to do. Level 3 on the Dark Ranger is gonna be achieved. Pendant of Energy on the Dark Ranger, by the way, that he has not passed over to the Death Knight. He certainly should do that. So many skeletons right now as well. Only a 9 supply advantage for Lynn. That might not be enough, honestly. But the bats, if they connect, could be really good. And of course, still level 3 Stomp is something to be afraid of. Ooh, that burrow also supply blocked Lynn that he lost at the expansion.
Forces are under attack.
Well, Nova doesn't secure a kill just yet, but that Devour into a couple attacks does. Destroyer cut out of position, though. A better find for Lynn. The Raider also being nuked down, though. There's only, what, 2 more Raiders left. Ghouls come in from the main base for Happy. Stomp is all right. Chain Lightning is also pretty good, but only on level 2. Now the upgrade comes in. Bats out of nowhere. Of course, there's no Fiends. And they do land. They land huge, in fact. 2 Destroyers go down to 3 Bat Riders. Push and vulnerability used before the Stomp can come in. Heal scroll to counter the Nova that landed on the Headhunters nicely. 38 against 45 supply. The expansion for Lynn is mining again, by the way. Stomp could be big. Does land. The Death Knight has no coil. Has no coil. Level 6 Chain Lightning. And he gets the Lich on level 6. And now the Dark Ranger is next on the menu. As is Game 7, it seems. Dark Ranger's gonna fall. Level 6 on the Torn Chieftain. Even went Aura, the confidence from Lynn. Almost level 6 on the Farseer. Lich back from the Tavern. Gold mines. Soon to be empty. Lynn's is going to be as well. He's not mining, though. He definitely had some peons to be able to transfer over. And snare. All of a sudden, Happy's back in action thanks to the statues. Look how fast the TC is with Aura 3. Oh my god. And Cheech will be called. And we're going to Game 7. Oh my god. This series. It's a 3-hour-long series. Echo Isles goes to Lynn. Insanity. What's the last map? Concealed Hill will be the last map, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's have some water, everybody. Everybody take a couple sips of water, all right? Get ready. Oh, my God. Concealed Hill it is. All right. By the way, everybody, if Lynn wins this series and 1-2-0, although unlikely, doesn't get a single map, it gets 4-0'd by focus, Lynn wins this tournament. If 120 only gets one map, then I think Lin wins as well. Because he has less losses. But we'll check out all the stats at the end of the day. Just waiting on Lin, of course. These guys. The thing about this tournament, and this is hats off to the organizers, like the games just go. Like every series just game back to back to back to back. But when you're playing 7 games in a row, I mean, it could be tricky, man. So today's final day. I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. Yeah, I think today's the last day, right? I mean, this is determining the winner. But I am coming into this tournament at the tail end, obviously. Remo Demo casted the first 12 days. I'm just casting the last 2. All right, here we go, everybody. We're loading in. We are loading in. Concealed Hill. Will it be Blade? Will it be Farseer? I think Farseer was just necessary on Echo Isles for Lin. But the Blade has proven to be strong on Concealed Hill. The Blade has been proven to be strong for Lin. But, I mean, what do you do? It's the last map. It's the last map. Do you stick to Standard? That would be Farseer. I think it's going to be Blade. I think it's going to be Blade. All right, 3-3. Last game for the first series of today. Here we go. Here's Lin in the upper right of Concealed Hill. Happy bottom left ghoul opener, as so often for Lin. Barracks. It is a barracks, but last game I got ahead of myself. I thought it was a Blade right away. I'm not going to do that this time, but it's going to be a Blade. It's going to be a Blade. And Happy has done some different creep routes, remembering back to Northern Isles, going for that expansion first. Is there something like that possible on this map? We have seen him go for something like this orange, into the turtles, into the lab is really common. And remember, on Amazonia, I said, which just confirms a Blade, it is a Blade. On Amazonia, I said, oh, I think it's really good to creep Blade level 3 early and just trade level 3s. But because of the power of the creep route of going orange, green, and then lab, I almost feel as though Lin is forced into creeping his orange and then stopping Happy with Blade Harass from getting this lab, because you get a nice consumable. Your level 3 is just so fast, you can heal up at the fountains, and you just go full aggro. So I think it's almost necessary for Lin to stop this creep route, even though I don't think it's the necessarily best way to play Blade against ghouls. But we'll see how these guys play it out. Here's the Acolyte to scout. Acolyte with a ghoul, but he hasn't been doing that every time. He hasn't been scouting. Maybe he just wants to see as it plays at Farseer, I suppose. Somebody just bet 250k channel points. I only have 200k channel points. And I've been followed to this channel for 7 years.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ring. Alright, the start that Happy wants when he sees that Blade's inventory. For him, he wants claws. Gets gloves. Third best item for Happy. For Lin, grabs the item, goes towards the shop. I'm gonna have to learn how he just bugged that priest, because that is not how I do it. Did he stand here and then right-clicked the Ogre Magi? Kind of sick. Happy coming in for the last hit, but won't get it. Illusions for Lin. He will use that illusion and finds the Death Knight. Just kind of by accident, it feels like. And Happy split creeping. Did he get backpack? He did not, but
Players' forces are under
not too
attack.
needed. The illusion going to track the Death Knight. The blade speed scrolling down. Oh my god, this is ambitious. DK gets level 2. But maybe Lin could steal a turtle. And the item. Wants that mantle. Doesn't get it. Happy gets it. But a ghoul gets coiled last second. So this speed scroll down didn't do anything. And Happy's in a really good position. That's my synopsis. And now the blade buys a circlet and just goes back to creeping as it seems. But what does he creep? Acolyte's still scouting the shop. And Lin's sort of forced into level 1 blade harass, which isn't good in any scenario.
Players' forces are under
Happy
attack.
just needs one more decently sized camp for that level 3. And this green. So probably we'll go for this green, then the expansion. And then it's going to be level 1 versus level 3. A fantastic position for Happy. It's already, I would say, a fantastic position for Happy. Lin has kind of just been blindly running around, not sure what to do. And what can he do? He can't... Is he going to creep this red? Can he actually do that? He's going to try to now. This would be a great way for him to get back in after a pretty inefficient early game. And he's going to get it. This round online. Happy. Close, but not close enough. But he will be level 3. He gets illusions himself, sends one up the right side. Rest of the army will probably go up the left. This takes a long time for Lin. And he gets Warsong Battle Drums. Well, it's good for now, I guess. Oh, that grunt doesn't give away the position of the army. Could have. Ooh, block. Oh my god, is Happy going for this. Shadowhunter's here, though. That means Hex is available. And all the grunts live. Tier 3 for Happy. Lich on the way for Lin. All the same. And now the difficult part of the game for Lin is, of course, creeping the Shadow to level 3 on time. While being harassed. Is it possible? There's plenty of creeps that are safe for Lin. So I would say it's possible. He doesn't have to take any massive risks with the Shadowhunter. But the Lich is on the way over. And Happy has plenty of coils. He'll probably use one on this turtle. Why not?
A player's forces are under attack.
Windrider's out. That's going to help Lin. He's at least going to have level 2 Shadowhunter, but here comes the Lich. We've seen Happy win games with just these 2 heroes on this very map. Harder to do that, though, against Blade and Grunts than it is against Farseer and Headhunters, but still possible. If he catches the Shadow out of position, if the Grunts are too low. But so far, Lin's playing it very safe. Or is he? He's going towards the lab. He's getting caught out. This might have to be a Zeppelin purchase, even, which is now available. Nope, speed scroll, but the skeleton block. Oh, no. Hex. Has to hex the DK. Has to hex the DK. Gets on the high ground. No Nova available. Salve is a godsend right now, so it will be just a grunt when it could have been the whole game. But Happy finding, obviously, a ton of value. Surrounds the rock golem. You sick, sick boy. You sick animal.
A player's forces are under under attack.
He's gonna get Potion of Vulnerability. Yeah, just casual. Oh, my skeletons are in the right position. I guess I'll just surround this. It's insane. Alright, Lynn still struggling to find level 3 Shadowhunter. This and this would be enough. Is Happy going to give him the opportunity to do that? It seems like he's going to give him the time. Rem Asgnol, thank you for the first time of Primer. Appreciate you. How you doing?
Players' forces are under attack.
There's a Dark Ranger. Frenzy, done. Destroyer form, done. Shadowhunter and Blade close to level 3, and they can actually get it off the Remnants here. No, it's just a priest and a trapper. But Lynn wants more. He wants a red camp. He already got one item. Happy gonna get the other. And Lynn looks like he's gonna get the third. True Shot Aura could be great here for Happy, but maybe not the best with this amount of ghouls. Good Scout lost. Alright, Dark Ranger. Lynn getting a super valuable camp here. Happy already has kind of the levels he needs, which is pretty much level 2 Lich and level 3 DK. Level 3 Lich would be nice, of course, but Lynn needs level 3 Blade, level 3 Shadowhunter, and ideally level 3 Tauren Chieftain to really start winning these fights. He's going to get Rune Bracers. All right. Might have not been the best early game for Lynn, but that's what he needed. Shop should be rebuilt immediately in the back. And Lynn... it's just gonna keep creeping. It's just gonna keep creeping. Happy 49 supply, gonna break the burrow. Got a level up for that burrow on the Dark Ranger. Ooh, the barracks is pretty important to keep alive. There's a shop rebuild and the burrow rebuild. Happy 56 supply. Raider, Coil Nova right away. Doesn't get an ensnare off. Silence lands on just the Shadowhunter, so the stomp is good. Lich has a Potion of Vulnerability forced into it right away. Those two Headhunters come from the back of the base. The Shadowhunter has to be careful. Kodo, only one has eaten, and the one that didn't eat is actually the one being focused right now. Luckily for Lynn. Ooh, Destroyer purged out of position. And 39 versus 52 supply. Happy again ahead. Barracks being rebuilt. Not a lot of reinforcements can be built without those Headhunters. Udamic, thanks for the 4 months, bro. Appreciate you. And again, we're getting to that stage. The map is getting crept out. There's a Trapper, a Priest here. Green camp. Remnants of the red, which are gone. And just this lonely orange camp, which will probably end up being Happy's. Okay, Barracks back up. And Lynn, honestly, not with a ton of gold, so that Barracks loss wasn't the end of the world for him, it seems like. Happy with a nice amount of skeletons. And a nice amount of mana. Dusts the blade. TC not very close. Oh, Shadowhunter horribly out of position. Happy doesn't go for that. Wants the Kodo. Silence on the Tauren Chieftain. Kodo speed scrolled away, though, with a Ghoul. Headhunters, though, out of position. Berserkers, I should say. Ghouls getting a ton of kills. Stomp is nice. Second Kodo gets to devour. One Destroyer falls. But the Raider gets nuked again. Happy still with 2 coils in the tank. The Lich still safe with that greater heal pot, but Lynn, with a pretty efficient engagement there, lost a couple of units, yeah, but finding the stragglers where he can. Where's that Kodo, by the way? Here he is. Another statue. 7 versus 43. Happy getting into range of burrows now. Statue cut out of position.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wade not really able to do much in the back. $57 versus 46 supply. The destroyer is morphed. The ghouls kind of need to be cleaned up or else Happy still has a ton of normal damage. Which is of course strong against the heroes, strong against the berserkers. And that last creep camp, well, kind of the last creep camp being eyed now. The Kodo gets another devour. And going to enable Lynn to find a ghoul kill. And this is a full juicy creep camp for Happy. We get possibly a Pennant of Energy. 4 claws, a lot of nice items. Ring of Regen. Now I'm a fan of that item. I don't think Happy is. Ooh, TC. Get some nice solo XP. Is that enough? Not quite, is it? But so close. Level 3 TC is a insane upgrade for Lynn. 10 supply advantage for Happy. Gets a push on vulnerability from the shop. Tower going up at the expansion. Did he buy a tiny? No, he didn't buy a tiny.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here's TC3, Happy expanding. And goes towards the main base again. Headhunter caught out of position. They're just throwing sheep from level 3. Shop again. The target immediately. Needs to be rebuilt. And Lynn. No potion of vulnerability to break the silence on this TC. But the tower is quite helpful against the destroyers. Bestiary needs to be rebuilt just like the barracks before it, but will be cancelled. So no more raiders. Lynn needs to win a fight, and he needs to win it now, or else Happy's going to have every advantage in the books. Silence on the TC. 1 berserker falls right away. Speed Skull to reposition them. 1 destroyer netted down. The Garg finally falls. The TC is no longer silenced. The positioning for Lynn seems quite good, but Happy is the only one getting kills currently. A couple of destroyers about to fall. This Kodo not long for the world. This Stomp is big. 1 destroyer fell, another one about to fall. Level 4 blade. The crits are gone. Going crazy, I should say. Plenty of mana on the blade, and the Stomp again lands on a lot of skellies and ghouls. 35 versus 58, though. Is this the end for Lynn? The Shadowhunter is stuck. Uses a potion, eats a coil, is stuck, and GG is called, and Happy takes it 4-3. Quite a series, though. Quite a series. Honestly, that felt like kind of the most Happy favored map that we saw. But excellent display from both players. Exactly what we expected. A complete and utter banger. 2.5 hours. Wait, longer than that. 3 hours. That was 3 hours long. Insane. And Happy takes it. There it is.